Good morning, family, friends, leaders, followers. February 14th. Wow. What happens when you stop taking the drugs? I think that is the right date. Check out our morning drive as if some of you haven't seen it yet. Oh, yeah, look how glorious. Sorry, folks, but it's just bad lighting. Yeah, we're going across the bridge of Lake Ladue. Yeah, really nice. Both sides. Absolutely beautiful bridge. Very calm this morning. I had a very nice walk. I had my cold shower. Sorry I can't post the cold shower for all you lovebirds out there. I have to find a different setup. I tried putting the camera outside of the shower. It's a little too far. It kind of, the framing isn't so great. Kind of shows a little much for my liking. Actually, not for my liking, for YouTube's liking. I can care less. I have nothing to hide. Pretty sure we all got the same thing. Most of us. But yeah, I'm surprisingly, I'm not doing too bad with cold showers. Let me turn this down a little bit. I put it inside the shower. Put the camera inside the shower, and the gnat sound is just too bad. The sound of the shower is just too much. You can't even hear me talk. Not that it's important, but whether for education or entertainment, you gotta hear my voice or something. You gotta laugh at something I do. But yeah. So day 7 of King's initiation. I figured I would go ahead and do a morning drive. I had something on my heart last night when we were doing the video daily meet. So we do Monday through Friday around 7 p.m. We do a Zoom phone call. There's probably about a dozen or so, maybe 12 to 15 guys that just go through whatever. Sometimes it's question and answer, sometimes it's a confession, sometimes actually not too knowledgeable. I've only done a few of them. Question and answer, confession, and then a hot seat where you come to the table with a big problem that you're having, and you kind of get everyone's viewpoint, everyone's take. A couple other ones Elliot usually does Wednesdays around noon. I don't even know if I can manage those as I work during the day. But I wanted to get out a couple confessions. I didn't necessarily have like too much of a rough confession, like a bad confession, until this morning, which I will go into another one. But I had a small one that I don't know. I didn't feel the need to say it, but I don't know. I'm one of those guys that shy away from group chats a little often. I probably should have. I really probably should have. Which is why I'm doing it now. So let's just get right into it. So King's initiation. If you don't know, go back to maybe day 1 or day 2 for a brief overview. Essentially, group of guys, group of young men, group of I don't want to say young men either, because both words individually don't do the program justice, right? So it's a program that lasts technically forever. It's like a Facebook page. We're all on our own page. It's a very private page, organization. You got to pay to play, and you go in, and it's a very connected group. Like I said, Zoom phone calls every night, just like Facebook. You go in. There's videos, discussions, group chats, feeds, and it's all about discussing. Right? I just waiting. It's all about discussing initiation into manhood, right? So, in a comparison, this is the best way that I compare it. Women get initiated through their hormones, through their cycles, through their monthly period, right? That's their initiation into womanhood. They grow through their hormones, right? Their hormones kind of do it for them. Not that that's a whole game, but essentially, girls become women through the initiation of their hormones, right? Guys I don't know this for sure. I don't know how scientifically, but it's just what I'm hearing. Even though boys have testosterone, right? It's not as profound. It's not so profound in that I'm actually not doing it very much justice because, women have the estrogen. I don't want to speak for women, really. I don't want to speak for women much. But the way I take it is boys don't have an initiation. We don't have a way of becoming men anymore, like the olden days, like way back when, centuries ago, millennia ago. I prefer things like camps, right? I like going out into the field. I like getting challenged. I like the hardships. It's not necessarily hard as long as I have maybe a good group of times, a good group of guys go out and get supportive of each other and go through this what we call rites of passage, these difficult times, these difficulties where we become men, we become strong, we become. I'm not there yet. Don't worry, I'm not there yet. I shouldn't be the guy to be preaching quite yet. This is why I'm in the program. The sun's just beaming in on this mirror right now. Overall, there's not much of a rites of passage anymore. There's too much pleasure nowadays. There's been such we've done so well in America over the past couple centuries, and to put it easier, my father and grandfather, so to speak, just because it's it's visual, right? Most of us have had the pleasure of still having our fathers. Some of us have our grandfathers still, and we know that a lot of them, most of them, some of them have put in their time, have put in their work, have put in the hours, not being at home, building the country, supplying what the child needs, what our children need to grow stronger. And it's become such that it's become so pleasurable, right? So easy. I haven't even gotten into my confession yet. So easy that it's wow. So sorry guys, I'm driving. Didn't notice. It's become so pleasurable that boys nowadays, all kids, just have it very easy, right? There's drugs, there's games, there's TV screens, there's so much self-serving pleasure that we don't grow up. Right? A lot of us just enjoy the pleasure so much so that we just don't grow up, and a lot of us that are still under the pleasure, that are under this pleasure. What do we call it? It's really a facade. This pleasure matrix. There it is, right? This matrix of pleasure that, and it's just what you would think. It's just what it is. The matrix is to pleasure, as once you step out of the matrix is to becoming a man, right? I'm not even going to get through this. I'm almost at work. I'm almost at my job. And we don't grow up. So I'm in the program to grow the fuck up, right? I did my cold shower. I did my walk this morning. and I vlog as much as I can to tell you guys, help things grow up. I haven't vlogged in a while. So, confessional. For most of you, if you don't know me, I have been under the pleasure complex for, I would say, 4 years now. So, ever since England, if you don't know my story, get to know it. So from 26 to about 30, I went through my own personal rites of passage, right? I went on the Buckeye Trail, I did my grounding camps, I walked to Florida, I bike rode, I did all these rites of passage for myself specifically. I kind of did them to myself, even though things like grounding camp and the strength camps were provided by people. What I did for myself was outside of the box. You know, even the Buckeye Trail walk had nothing to do with anything. I just did it because I knew I had to do something to step out of the comfort zone of my youth, my earlier 20s, so say 20 to 25, of just work, right? I'm not just a worker. When I work, I want to provide something more than just an hourly wage, or provide something more than just the job. I don't want to work for somebody else, folks. I'm not even confessing here. Not even confessing what I wanted to. But there's more to me than just the job. I kind of identify, it's not necessarily a good thing, but I also don't have too many responsibilities in life to where I identify with more than just my job. I don't have a family, don't have kids, right? I kind of identify with my job, or the work that I provide to this world. And as I do, I want my work to be, I want it to mean something. It's as simple as that. It doesn't have to be that way for everybody. Like I said, I don't have kids. I don't have a responsibility outside of the job. I can make one. However, the work for me, I enjoy it. I enjoy work. And for the past 4 years, it's been a very repetitive cycle of working for someone else that I'm just not a fan of. Not that I don't like the work, it's just that it's not my best. It's not the best that I can do. Why are we breaking so much again? Why in the world? Sorry, folks. We just had an accident yesterday at the same exact spot. I've got to wake up earlier. This is ridiculous. This is unbelievable. I'm sorry, folks. Definitely don't want to be distracted, though, so work with me. So I like the job aspect. In the past 4 years, I've kind of been stuck, right? I've still been moving. I've had I've lived in maybe 4 different locations since England. 2, 3, 4 different jobs, 3 of which I held at the same time last year. I laugh because I worked 3 different jobs last year, and surprisingly, I still owe on taxes. Yes, thank you very much, Biden. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I'll just have to edit that one out. I won't, but I should. Oh, look at all that space up there, man. It's just people not knowing how to drive. This is ridiculous, dude. Confessional, I have been failing for the past 4 years. I just have not taken myself seriously. However, even though I've put myself in a surrounding to where I have everything I need, right? If you've followed my story, I live in a great area. It's not pinnacle, but I am comfortable where I'm at. I pay very little. I'm in a very good area where I'm not distracted very much. And I have a lot of free time. I can do I can do quite a bit, and I can grow if I wanted to. Past 2 years, I have not, though. I've found myself stuck. The way I described it, so I tried to surround myself in the environment that I thought I needed to be happy, but I just did not. I've not fulfilled that. I've not been happy until recently. You know, getting off of the drugs, getting into the good habits, proper diet, and making this switch that I know I've needed to make. It's only been a week, right? And be that as it may, being that as it's only been a week, I struggle, or not struggle, but I have been under the influence of basically checking off the box. I mentioned in maybe another video yesterday or the day before that I am a fan of doing habits. It's very hard to do it on your own. Forming habits on your own and growing soulfully on your own. The biggest difference between my old lifestyle versus now and being in the program is the accountability. I have a group. I can do this and be held accountable by other people, right? Which makes it a heck of a lot easier. It makes it so, I mentioned, I would only suggest taking on 1 or 2 habits at a time, and then I would compare that to the 3-3-3 rule: 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. Make sure you continue 2 habits, 3 days. If you can continue that, if you do it, go on to 3 weeks. 2 habits, 3 weeks. If you can do that, keep on going 3 months. Whether you're forming a habit or breaking a habit, this should work. If you can't do that with either habit, then you should start back over. Right now, I'm up to like 10 or 15 habits for the past week. I'm kind of doing okay. The confession is the fact that it is a checking the box sort of deal. I don't feel as if I am fully diving in. Now, you know, the 30-minute walk in the morning, yeah, check it off the box. The cold shower, sure, check it off the box, even though it's not a 32-degree cold shower, right? It's not a 30s, barely even a 40s at times. That was probably really shitty gnat sound. I really hope my voice is grounded enough to where you heard that. But there are some habits that I feel could be upgraded a whole lot, and some of them are important. So the daily videos that we listen to, that we follow along in the program, are very educational. It's all education, essentially, right? So my confession would be that I kind of just listen to them. I listen to them for the sake of listening to them. That's not the way to go. Man, I was hoping to go deeper into this, but I'm already at work. I'm already off the exit. So, what was my other confession? Gosh, I had it at the beginning of the video, and I've already forgotten. Man, I'm gonna have to throw it away, chalk it up for another video, folks. I mean, there are plenty. So fasting. Oh yeah, fasting. Food is my difficulty. Food is my confession. I still eat snacks. So one of the rules, one of the things that we're not supposed to do is eat sweets, eat sugar at a prolific amount. You shouldn't even have candy right? I'm not a candy eater. I'm not much of a sweets eater. What a dick, dude. And I hate people. I hate humans. I hate dicks. Surprisingly enough. I hate assholes who drive. I really hate people on the road. I really do. Anyway, so the food aspect for me is really difficult. I still eat chips, right? I'm still a chip eater, more for flavor. But that's kind of what sugar is. Sugar is stimulating up here. Sugar is a big time drug. It increases dopamine. Sugar is a big dopamine release, serotonin release, right? And that's not what we want to go for. Chips aren't so much, but flavor I think is, right? So flavor in and of itself is an unnatural high. It's an unnatural pleasure, and that's not what we want to go for. So I think I got to rule this out. I got to rule out the I got to rule out the chips pretty soon, and the I'm late, and the TV shows. So I've got to change up the nightly TV shows. I give myself two episodes of Boy Meets World and Big Bang Theory, right? So I'm a 90s kid. I'm actually an 80s kid, 88. But I grew up watching Boy Meets World. It's probably one of my favorite TV shows. So I watch it I figured it'd be a good idea to bring myself back up into the manhood of growing up. Some good reminders from the fiend. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm kind of late. Just wanted to confess, give you guys something to work with. The Whiz says, confess expressively. Nicely done. Later.